Hello from wherever you are joining us live. Today's topic is going to be fasting and the focused mindset. And we're going to talk about the three mindsets that I think we all are working through and what I consider the bonus mindset, which is the focused mindset. So if you're jumping on live with us, I always appreciate it if you would hit that like button or subscribe button, making sure that you will be notified when we go live. If you're new to the community, I always like to say welcome. This is an amazing community to be part of. Always feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, whether you're jumping in live with us or on the rebroadcast. I ask that you let us know if you've been in a class with us before or if you are considering jumping in with us in our February course, which will be starting this weekend, February the 2nd. So, mindsets. We talked a lot about it at the end of last year when we were reading the book Mindset, and we focused on two mindsets. We focused on the fixed mindset as well as the growth mindset. And so just for a little bit of a review, or in case you haven't read that book, the fixed mindset is really the place that your mind operates from when you are stuck in a place that you are not happy with, let's say. Oftentimes, the fixed mindset is the result of conditioning, thought patterns, maybe an environment in which we grew up in, maybe experiences that we have had from our past, and they cause us to have limiting beliefs or beliefs that we can only do, accomplish, have, be certain things, and generally those things fall short of what our passions, dreams, or aspirations are for our life. So you're fixed in a place that has you sort of stuck. It can happen from, maybe the way that you were spoken to as a child. It can happen from some events that have happened to you. It can also happen just from a conditioning of people that you've been associated with. So it is just the way your brain naturally falls into a pattern of thinking, believing, feeling, and then executing. And it can be very paralyzing for people when you're in that fixed mindset because you just can't figure out how to break out of that and really get all the things that you hope and wish and dream for in your life. The second mindset is the growth mindset, and that is the mindset that people have when they, believe the sky's the limit, and they really do know that they have the opportunity to have, accomplish, dream, and make possible anything in their life that they have the opportunity to put their hands on or maybe be part of. So the growth mindset is really that unlimiting type of belief system that you have for yourself, your life, your aspirations, and how you're going to go about achieving them. So fixed is where you're sort of stuck. Growth is endless possibilities. And you can be naturally a growth type of mindset person. You can naturally be a fixed mindset type of person. And you can also have both of those mindsets occurring in your life at the same time, depending on situations, dialogue, conditioning that maybe resulted in just one area of your life and maybe didn't affect any other areas of your life. So let's say maybe you have a fixed mindset on your professional career, and you think that you can't, rise to the next level, that you've, sort of hit the ceiling, that you don't have the skill set or the personality or whatever it takes to get to that next level. But when it comes to maybe family values or how you're raising your kids, like your mindset is, opened up to endless possibilities, and you exercise those possibilities and you live them out every day. So fixed and growth mindsets can be lived out at the same time. The third mindset that I want to talk about today, and the one I feel most passionate and excited about, is what I call the focused mindset. And the focused mindset is that mindset that we can live in once we've exited out of that fixed mindset and really identified the areas that we're not happy with a fixed mindset. We've entered in and are practicing what it takes to execute and live in the growth mindset. And now we're just absolutely driven and focused on everything that we want to have. And no matter what, we are not going to be derailed. And I wanted to talk about it at this time of what we have going on in 2019, because this is that week or that time where a lot of people realize that what they have set up for themselves for 2019, or maybe just a new year or a new month or whatever it is you have going on for yourself as far as your goals, or God forbid your New Year's resolutions if you still set those, and you're looking at your month and going, whoa, things aren't working out the way I thought, or I had planned to do XYZ and it didn't really turn out the way it was supposed to be. And I'm that person right now. I've talked a lot about this week about how we had the worst January in I think our family history, and we're coming out of that, and how we came out of that and how we handled that when we were in it. And looking back at the goals that I set up in December for myself, I set up my goals for the new year in the month of December. I've missed my mark on a couple of those things. And my focused mindset is not affected at all by the things that I fell a little short on, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that some things came up in life that were not planned and maybe have derailed me a little bit, because the end in sight is all that I am really focused on. All I care about is the end result of where I want to be at any given time, and the road or the path that it's taking me to get there is negotiable. As long as I stay in the game, as long as I stay in my focused mindset, as long as I'm still laser focused on exactly what it is that I had set out for myself. So, did I have a perfect workout calendar in the month of January? No. I had an upper respiratory infection. I had some crazy allergy stuff going on with my eyes. There were plenty of days that I had to just say, I have to give myself a break today. I have to rest. So my goals for fitness in December were way off target. But guess what? I'm picking right back up this week, and I'm on target moving forward. Focused on everything going in the forward direction, letting go of everything in my past that didn't work out the way I planned. Did I finish the book that I wanted to read in the month of January? No. I'm okay with that. I'm starting in February. If it didn't really inspire me to finish it in January, I'm always okay with letting go of that as well. I've got a new book lined up. You guys know I'm talking about Dare to Read. I'm listening on audio. I'm reading it already, even before February starts, because I'm focused. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do in my future. Our business plans kind of went on hold for January. I know a lot of you are anticipating the whole launch of our new course that we have coming up, and I had to pull back a little bit and put that on hold. Does that mean I'm completely scrapping it and we're not going to have an advanced course that we're going to be launching and teaching here in the next couple of weeks? Absolutely not, because my future focus is on my passion for getting that information out there and having some advanced information available for my community of women here. So I want to know where you are in your month. Where are you in your year? Did January end up ending the way that you wanted it to? Did life throw you some curveballs? Are you in the focused mindset that no matter what it is that you're evaluating this week, because I do always recommend that you evaluate your month at the end of the month and start planning for your month moving forward, and so this is the perfect week to do that. How are you feeling about your January? And are you going to throw in the towel to all of that energy and the passion and enthusiasm that you had just 30 days ago for how your 2019 was going to be? Or are you going to get focused? Are you going to get into that focused mindset and just pick up where you left off, or just resume where it is that maybe you had to put a pause on some things, or maybe pull back a little bit, and keep the end in mind? How do you want the end of this year to be? How do you want the end of the quarter to be? How do you want the end of this next month to be? And are the things that you planned for yourself in January still going to apply for you? And maybe you have to tweak some things, and that is always okay too. Maybe you had some big goals for a certain area of your life in December, and maybe it changed a little bit, and you have to let go of that and pick up something new. That is okay too. So the way I really stay into my focused mindset, and a lot of you know this who have been in my courses before, and a lot of you know this who are practicing intermittent fasting correctly, is getting yourself into that energized sense of calm heightens that focused mindset. It really does help you move through all three of the mindsets that we talked about today. Oftentimes when we are feeling broken down and sick and foggy brained, and we're scared about our future, and we don't know why it is that we're so frustrated with everything that's going on in our body, and our hormones are going crazy on us, which in turn makes us feel crazy, it is really easy to stay in that fixed mindset. This is as good as it's gonna get. Maybe I don't deserve to have any more. Maybe I'm just supposed to look like this. Maybe I'm supposed to, and we get ourselves caught up in that emotional box of pity party. When we get out of that fixed mindset, and that will happen when you start realizing that you have the control to change things. You don't have to feel foggy minded. You don't have to feel crazy about your hormones. You don't have to feel like you have to completely surrender everything that you have wanted for yourself moving forward and just settle for whatever it is you're feeling today. You don't have to live in that pity party box. You can break free and start to work on that growth mindset and the possibilities that you could have for yourself when you just consider trying something new. If what you're doing in your past or in your present is not allowing you the opportunity to look and feel your best and live your life most authentically, you have to consider incorporating something new. The beautiful thing about intermittent fasting is that it doesn't have to be a complete life overhaul. You can ease your way into it, and that's exactly why I highly recommend and always encourage anyone who's frustrated with going through these phases of life and feeling like they're completely fixed or feeling like they're completely stuck to jump into our course, because I teach you what took me an entire year to learn in 3 weeks. You can utilize and benefit from all of these things in just 3 weeks. If you are in that growth mindset and you're wanting to make sure that you don't fall off track, live in that energized sense of calm. Live in that space where your mind is laser focused, and the energy that your body is going to be able to produce off of being in that fasted state is going to fuel you through everything that you have set up for yourself for 2019. Yes, we did have one of the worst months I think that our family has ever had, with a lot of personal stuff we had going on, a lot of stuff that was out of our control. We had a lot of things that we had to take a step back on, but the things that we did not falter on was taking care of ourselves, keeping ourselves in a fasted state, making sure that we didn't fall into a pity party, making sure we stayed focused on our priorities, family being the number one, making sure that we stayed focused on the end goal, where we want to go down the road, not living in the moment when the moment was not at its best, and constantly thinking forward. We can get out of this. It's going to get better. How do we want to feel when life comes back around? Do we want to constantly live in that place where when something happens that wasn't expected or wasn't planned, that we're going to have to spend the next 3 months after it's settled and back to normal, getting ourselves out of what we've done to ourselves in a pity party? Pity parties are the worst place to live, and the focused mindset will really keep you out of falling into that party mode of being pitiful about the situation that you're in that's going to last for a momentary amount of time in the span of your lifetime, and that if you can just get yourself out of it without doing too much damage to yourself, you will ease right back into your normal life without having to spend too much time making up for what you did during the party phase, right? We don't want to live like that anymore. We want to stay current, we want to stay focused, we want our mindset to be focused, and we want to think about the end in mind. So when we're back to normal and the stress is gone, we just pick up right where we left off, because guess what? Life happens. It happens all the time. And this is why when you are in our intermittent fasting for today's Aging Woman course, and my students, I talk about this all the time, the importance of this and the significance of this, and this is what Michael and I used during our month as well, is you have to utilize some way to document when things are good. So when you're going through our intermittent fasting course, we provide you a journal and a guide. Use your journal, use your guide, write down what it took for you to get to the energized sense of calm. Write down what it took for you to get to that focused mindset. Write down what it took for you to get to that positive place that you feel hopeful and empowered and energized again, so that when life happens, You go back to that. You go back to that journal. You go back to that history that you created for yourself, and you just repeat the process. Just go back and repeat the steps that you did to get yourself back into that good step, that good feeling. And before you know it, you'll be right there, because our mind and our body and our spirit and our soul and our heart, they all have great muscle memory. And if you've felt it before and you've experienced it before and you've done the things before to get yourself there, your body will remember that, and it'll get you there that much faster. That's what I love about consistency. That's what I love about having time in a system that you're executing. The more time that you have in, the more memory you're going to create, the more mind mapping you're going to create. So when you have to jump back in, your body knows exactly what to do because it's trained and conditioned to be there, and it likes being there as well. Your body thrives in a positive space. Your body thrives in energy, and trust me with this, your body will also thrive when your mindset is focused. Your mind will tell your body what to do, and your body will follow. So keep that in mind, whether it's positive or negative, your mind directs your body, and your body will follow. So make sure it's focused and make sure it's positive. If you're in my goal setting group, I hope you guys are reviewing how your month went in the month of January. We will be doing some work on that at the end of this week and the beginning of next week as well, how to transition from one month into the other and how to adjust your goals and keep that mindset focused. So get ready for that. Make sure you have your goals out. Make sure you kind of have gone through them and reviewed them a little bit. If you're jumping into our intermittent fasting for today's Aging Woman course in February, it starts this Saturday. Make sure you get yourself signed up. Make sure you get on our email list. The closeout will be this Saturday, and this will be the last month that we have our New Year, New You special. Don't miss out on it. It hard closes at midnight on a Saturday night, and we just have to keep it that way. So don't delay. Get yourself in. If you're on our email list, we will be reminding you. So don't worry. We'll have your back on that. Make sure you are getting our emails if you want to get them as well. We have a lot of people who've saying that they're not getting our emails. So go in, make sure you're getting them. If you're not, let me know. We can look on something on our end, or we can have you just subscribe again. No big deal. And you can get it on the list. So let me welcome everyone who is joining us on YouTube, and then I will go on Facebook and welcome everyone there. Lori from Michigan, hello, -40 wind chill. Girlfriend, I feel like I need to send you a blanket or something. Do you even go outside? That seems miserable. Roxy from Belgium, it's slightly freezing with snow showers. Oh my gosh. Lori, January went great, consistently fasted, and now 20 hours daily, down 7 pounds, feeling great. Okay, Lori. So you guys, this is a perfect example. I said it takes 3 weeks, right, for you guys to learn and see the benefits of what it took me a year to figure out for my aging body. She was in our January course and she lost 7 pounds. She's easily fasting for 20 hours and she's feeling great. So feeling great is always the thing that I'm super excited about, and losing 7 pounds is what happens as a byproduct from all the other things that you are doing. So Lori, I'm super excited for you. You were a model student. Congratulations. El Tesh from DC, it's 25 getting down to 8 degrees. Well, El Tesh, it sounds like you are in a warm part of the Northeast because you are not in the negatives yet. Amy, just what I needed to hear, just getting started. Awesome, Amy. And circle back around and keep us posted as well. And Hope Springs Eternal, hello from rainy Nova Scotia. Oh my gosh, you guys, I almost feel guilty that the sun is shining here in Texas today. You guys do what you got to do to stay warm. Don't go outside if you don't have to. Amy is here. Nice to see you, Ames. Michelle from cold Illinois. Okay, Illinois is like one of the coldest places, isn't it? I think they're saying like a negative 70 wind chill or something crazy. I don't even know how cold that is. Deborah, watching from sunny New Jersey, or snowy New Jersey. Completed December and January group, debating whether to repeat again for February or do F3 or wait for the new course. Amy, any which way, this program has been great for me. Never thought I could do this and feel great. I am seeing the results. Deborah, so you went from a fixed mindset, you never thought you could do this, to a growth mindset. You are doing it, and now you got to get to that focus mindset so that nothing will derail you from this amazing lifestyle that you just created for yourself. So congratulations. You're a perfect example of what I just spoke about today. Celia, I've been doing IF for 6 weeks, scale up and down 4 pounds, no energy. Celia, if you haven't taken our course yet, I would highly recommend doing it. That will end all of that scale up and down and the no energy thing, because I teach you how to do it correctly for you, your body, and your lifestyle. Sheila Minus 51 in Minnesota. Minus 51.
That's crazy.
Girlfriend, I just want to send you a big warm hug. I can't even imagine. Jennifer, minus 32 in Ohio. Oh my gosh. No work for the next 2 days. Well, there's the bonus. No work for the next 2 days. And stay warm. Cindy, minus 60. Ouch. Teresa, watching from home in Texas. Teresa, don't you feel guilty? Like we're not even, like, what are we, like 40?
We're headed toward the 70s.
I feel like
few days.
we're 50 degrees here and we'll be in the 70s this weekend, and I feel like we're having a heat wave compared to all you guys. So we're sending you our warm love for sure. Tanya, hello. Michelle, derailed, going through divorce, got to get focused and focused on me, trying again in February. Yeah, so Michelle, are you joining us in February? Hopefully, we will get you underailed. We will give you big hugs and lots of love and support, and you have to just know that you're not alone, and we're here to help you. So stay close to us for sure. We'll get you through this. Sheila, last year wasn't the best. January started great. Focused, fasting, clarity this month. Awesome. Focus mindset for sure. Jennifer, love this topic. Just started reflecting after doing my picture comparison for the month. Need to change what I'm eating to see better results. Yeah, and just be consistent. That is really the big thing, is the consistency part. Because remember, I just said our mind tells our body what to do, and then our body follows. So if you're like, you know, kind of ebbing and flowing with this, and you haven't really built up that consistency and trust with your body yet, then your body will go in and out of that lot gain and loss and no energy type of thing. Energized sense of calm is your goal, and then you have to remember what it took you to get there. So journalize all of that, and then when you lose the energized sense of calm, you go back to your journal, you read what you did to get to the energized sense of calm, remind yourself, and you just go back to it. But our body has been through a lot with us, as you know, as women growing up with all these fad things that we followed in the high fat, no fat, you know, starvation diet, cabbage diet, Mediterranean diet, South Beach diet. Like, it doesn't know whether we're coming or going. How are we going to get fed today? Are we going to starve today? Are we going to over exercise today? Are we going to lay on the couch today? Our body doesn't know, and it doesn't trust us yet. So we have to develop that consistency and trust. And the way we get the trust back is by us being consistent with our actions until our body goes, okay, she's not going to throw me for a loop, ditch this and go do something else. Just stay consistent and know that fasting, the way I teach it in the course and the way we support it here in this community, is not extremism. It's very subtle. And it's just the little tweaks and a lot of our mindset that will really make the difference on how you're looking and feeling. And we have to understand that to get the results that we want. We go into so many diet plans and we go into so many new things without thinking about the how we're supposed to do it and the why we're supposed to do it, and does this even make sense for me? We're just following a pack of people, and what we really need to do is start leading ourselves, right? And stop following the pack. And that's really what I force you, in a sense, to do in the course, is just think for yourself and figure out what's going to work best for you, and then just consistently stay there until you see the results that you're looking for. How long should you do intermittent fasting before you see any changes doing the 18-hour one? I'll answer that in a second. Colleen, watching from Wisconsin. And Colleen, why not now? Exactly. Why not now? Okay. So, how long does it take? I don't know. I was playing around with intermittent fasting when I first started, and I wasn't doing it for me and my aging body. I was following bodybuilders and 20-year-old fitness models, and it took me about a year. Because I was listening to all of the conflicting information that is so readily available on the internet, and I wasn't consistent. I was constantly jumping into the new thing I researched and was trying to implement that. So my body wasn't trusting me. It took me about a year to actually understand what the energized sense of calm is. It took me about a year to really be comfortable in the state of hungry, and hungry is where the magic happens. And it took me about a year to realize that this is not a diet. It's just a timing thing. And all of those things, when I had my aha moments, was when my body started to act in kind and start to really change the way I wanted it to change based on what I was doing consistently every day. I've narrowed all that struggle and confusion and worry down into a very sensible plan that you don't have to feel all those things or struggle all those things into that 3 weeks. So a week of fasting, a week of feasting, and why it is socially, emotionally, we get so caught up in all of these things. So For you, I don't know. It all depends on how hormonally out of balance you are, how much healing your body has to do on the inside, and are you giving it the opportunity and the ability to heal in the way that you are putting your body into a fasted state. And that is the biggest thing right there, is can you heal your body with the way you're choosing to fast? And oftentimes most women don't realize that they're not, and they get frustrated. So healing comes first, and then the results come after that, for sure. Michelle, you were so right. No time like now. This is exactly the right time, Michelle. So make sure you are jumping in with us on February the 2nd. Colleen, so well said, Dy Ann. Not letting a moment derail me has been gold. Yes, for sure. And then it keeps us emotionally more stable too, which is really nice, because remember, our emotions also set off hormones, and all of those things are you know, an ebb and flow of other things. So when this hormone's out, this one's down, and this one's up, and this one's down. We have to keep them sort of balanced and constantly helping each other stay in rhythm. And highs and lows keep us in that constant out of balance state, and that's where we start to get ourselves into some trouble, for sure. Tammy, what is the goal setting group? So the goal setting group is something I threw together in December for you guys. It's an opportunity for us to hang out for the year of 2019. We started it in January. We set up goals. I think we started in December, actually. We set up goals. We read the passion test. We tried to determine, we sat down and determined what our passions are. We broke things down into goal statements. It's a really cool process to really identify your goals, set up to-do lists, and then we're staying together for the entire year. And every month I release a new subject for you guys to focus on for that month. And we talk about a book that we're going to be reading hopefully together, or just a book that you should be reading to kind of help you stay focused. So if you're having some trouble sticking to some things, I highly recommend jumping into our goal setting course. Jillian here, do you have a new advanced course coming up? We do. We're still working on the details of it, and let me tell you where I'm getting stuck. I'm getting stuck on how to really put this course together, because I am a firm believer in not telling women what to eat. And I tell women I do that because if I tell you what I eat based on my experience and what I know, oftentimes women don't want to follow that. They always derail to what, or default to what's comfortable in the moment. So I have to make sure that the people who are in the class are healed enough to handle that. Or should I go more on the why is it that consistency isn't possible for us? What is it that keeps us in that state of having to start over? What is it that's keeping us in that state of maybe more fixed mindset and not really able to be in a growth mindset when it comes to taking care of ourselves as women? So I'm in a little bit of a research, and I'm praying about it and trying to figure out for my own brain where I should lead you guys. So maybe you guys can give me some feedback on that. Do you want it to be more of why it is we should be doing some things, and why is it that we're holding on to some things so tight, and why is it that we're letting things get to us? Or should it just be nutrition based and advanced fasting based? Or can it be all three? And I can do them all. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing my mark on you guys. But the feedback that I get, the direct messages I get, the emails I get, the cries for help that I get never really come down to food. They always come down to some other like outside factor that's more emotionally based, or based on maybe some past experiences that we haven't been able to heal. So I'm thinking I'm going to lean a little bit more toward the healing the whole woman aspect, and not just food or advanced fasting, and maybe making it a combination of all three things. So if you guys want to give me some feedback on that, that would be great. And then the course should be able to be, I think we're going to do an advanced pre-release for my graduate students, give you guys the first dibs at it, and then we'll slowly start to release it to the public. But any feedback that you guys have would be great, or anything that you want from an advanced course would be great as well, and we can always work that in. So that is really, other than some stuff we had going on last year, I keep sitting down to do the course, and I'm like, wait, I think I'm going to miss my mark on what it seems like we really need as women, because we're just going to go over the surface stuff. And I think the surface stuff isn't going to be enough. I think we need to go a little bit deeper. So any feedback you guys have for me on that, that would be great. Nicole from Australia, February 19th or February 19 course. Awesome, girlfriend. I can't wait to have you. Lisa is joining us. Kim, catching you live. Love it, girlfriend. Renee from Frigid Fargo. Oh my gosh, Jillian, all of them, okay? Suzanne joined. Jillian, less of the nutrition part. Less of the nutrition part. That's fascinating. Okay, great. Healing the Whole Woman, yes, love it. Okay, cool. So I think what we might do is the same thing we did in the IF course, but it is going to be a more in-depth class. It will be a more advanced class, and we'll cover a lot more. So it will be definitely a lot more information, not only because that's what you guys are asking for, but I have more information to deliver as well. And so Jillian, thank you for your feedback on that. I appreciate that. And I know you have been a valued member of our community, so I appreciate you sharing those thoughts with me. Paige, July 2018 graduate, thyroid medicine has been cut in half. Paige, congratulations, girlfriend. That is one of the biggest things I think that women fear, is the whole thyroid medication, because they're told they have to be on it for life. And I think if you have a thyroid and you're just using medication to control it, we can fix that with food, and we can fix that with fasting. Because remember, fasting is where your body heals itself, and then the food or the nutrition part of it, the feasting aspect of what we're doing, is where we really sustain the healing. So fasting and feasting can heal everything, in my opinion. And so congratulations, Paige. I'm super excited for you. Now consistency will keep you in the no medication game. And hopefully that medication will continue to be decreased until you no longer have to be on it. And that's the beautiful thing about what I love on the big picture, the end game outcome of what we're learning in this community and this course, is that we don't want to be those aging women who have bottles of prescriptions on our countertop, and we spend the first 15 minutes of our day taking medications that are going to keep us in a controlled sick state. We want to start our day like with a bottle of water and heading out the door for a walk or a Pilates class or a run or whatever it is that we want to do, right? So aging gracefully and aging successfully are two completely different things. And I really want this community to really start focusing on aging successfully. We want a focused mindset on being successful as we age. And that means getting rid of medication. And how do we get rid of medication? We heal our body from the inside, and then we put nutrients in it to keep it in that healed state. So Paige, I am super proud of you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Marina, just received your email. No, I didn't receive any notifications, but no worries. I will listen to the recording. Can't wait to start course on Saturday. So Marina, make sure on your YouTube page, when you subscribe to my YouTube page, there's a little bell. Make sure you've clicked that. If you've clicked that, then you should be able to get notified. So check that that's clicked on my YouTube page. And if it's not, click it. And if it is clicked, then message me. We'll see if we can find out a way to get you notified. And then Danny from October class, I hope all is well. Danny, it's good to see you, girlfriend. Miss having you around. Always nice when you can jump on live with us. See if there's any more Facebook comments here we can read. Kim, healing the whole woman. Okay, perfect. We'll work on that for sure. Janice, thanks for sharing this with one of your friends. And then Tanya, let's take this course in February. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing that with a friend as well. And when you guys join as like group members, if you want to go through the transitional course, we help you guys do that as well. Okay, so some things coming up that I have to share with you guys, otherwise I get beat up in my email and my DM. So if you're set and you don't need any more information and updates about the community, have a great day. If you need some information, hang on tight. I'll make this really quick. Saturday, the 2nd of February, we will close out our February 2nd course. Because we are getting ready to launch a new course, and because family is our first priority, we are playing around with not launching the intermittent fasting for today's aging woman course in the month of March. So you might have to wait till April if you don't join in February. February is also the last month we have our New Year, New You special. So make sure if you want to take advantage of the special, you join by February the 2nd. The class you have access to for life. So if you join in February but you can't start till March, that's okay. The only thing you're missing out on is a Facebook group, but you have the contents. The guts of the course is available to you in your course format. Don't worry about it. Take advantage of the price savings and take advantage of not having to wait for April possibly. What other things? Oh, make sure you get on our email list every Sunday. I send you a community update email. In the community update, I focus on a intermittent fasting tip, an intermittent feasting tip. I'm going to start adding in a fitness tip as well as a lifestyle tip. So you get 4 of my pillars for aging successfully. Make sure you're on the email list. If you think you're on the list and you're not getting emails, please make sure you're checking your junk, or your spam, or I guess your wherever your stuff folders go. Make sure it's not getting hidden away somewhere. Make sure it's getting in your inbox, or message me and we'll see if we can get you on our email list. Anything else, Michael, I need to share? Nothing else. Okay. If you want to read the same book I'm reading, and if you're in my goal setting group, I highly recommend Dare to Lead. This is what I'm focusing on this month, and so a lot of my posts will probably be inspired from my friend Brene Brown. I feel like she's my friend because she sounds exactly like me. And then what's the other thing? Oh, goal setting. If you want to jump into our goal setting course, I am taking registrations all year long. You can jump in whenever you want. It's a great course for helping you get your goals set up, and you will have access to that all year long too for a minimal fee of $37. Like, who does that? I'm giving you guys the opportunity to really be successful this year with what it is you're doing with your goals. So make sure you jump in on that. And then if you're interested in learning how to fast, feast, and incorporate fitness, we have an F3 course. Again, that's open for registration as well. Highly recommend jumping into that. If you want to maybe jump into the F3 course while you're waiting for the advanced course, that's always highly recommended as well. So lots of stuff going on in this community. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys jumping on with us. Today is Wednesday. We are also making some changes in our IF Keto Family Life Facebook page. That is one of those things that has really been a thing that we started for men and couples to be part of, and then the men haven't really been showing up over there, and it's been one of those things that's been just an extra source of time commitment for Michael and I. So we're thinking about moving our live to this format on Friday, and so having 3 lives, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on this page, and then what we'll do is probably just upload it to the other Facebook page. So watch our Facebook notifications and YouTube notifications for that, and then I think what we're going to end up doing is just moving everything here, because that's where you guys are, and that's where I want to be able to be available for you, and we'll have a 3rd day of content that we can share. So that was a lot. I have to go pick up my daughter from school. Have a great Wednesday. I will be praying for all of my friends who are in frigid temperatures and winter blizzardy type of situations over this next few days and this weekend. We'll try not to post any pictures of our 70-degree weather here in Texas. I don't know how Texas is going to be 70 when everybody else is cold, but stay warm, stay safe, and know that you're being prayed for and thought about. We'll keep you guys close to our hearts as you get through this winter storm for sure. Hope to see you guys in February in the course. If you haven't joined us yet, don't struggle. Why not you? Just jump in, make the subtle change that you need to make, and so you can just go on with your life, living it the way you hoped it would be as you started to age.